Stuff in my face. Guys, another big game. Oh, damn. Come on, guys. All right, guys. Try to get it in. Guys, stay focused. Stay focused. Stay focused. Stay focused, guys. That boy's turkey sandwich is good.
Hey everybody, it's the coach. You're tuned in to Sunday Night Football on EA Sports. Up next, we've got what should be a great matchup between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Green Bay Packers. I'll join you again at halftime to look at some of these stats and scores from earlier this afternoon. But for now, it's Sunday Night Football. And on the call, as always, Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis.
This place first opened way back in 1957. We are inside legendary Lambeau Field here in Green Bay. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Green Bay Packers. Along with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, we look at this Packer team as we interplay here.
Keep winning.
They come into this one knowing it's been a while since tasting victory. They've dropped 4 in a row.
Can they remember what it was like to win a game? In these types of situations, you're looking for someone to inspire you, and it doesn't have to be one of your best players either.
We are some wild card
for our
guys.
visitors, the Eagles. They're in a real groove of late. Winners of 5 of their last 6 games.
And they looked awfully good last week and came away with a 2-touchdown victory. They did have a few reasons for concern defensively, but all in all, they'll take a repeat here if they could get it.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. So here comes the Packers offense now onto the field. They'll be led out by the former Cal Bear, Aaron Rodgers.
And I'll bet right now just one thought in his mind.
Win the game.
Oh, yeah, without a doubt. He played pretty well. I mean, he didn't turn over the ball in terms of interceptions,
no,
right?
2 touchdown passes last week.
2 touchdown passes, but when your team doesn't win, that's just hollow. And the best quarterbacks don't care about anything but whether or not their team won.
Let's go, hey, let's go, come on.
On first down, Rodgers. He finds Randall Cobb with a completion. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. I think defensively you're okay with that. You're in the first quarter. He's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series, they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Now Rodgers throwing on 2nd down. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Adams. The numbers for Adams in last week's game. 5 catches, 67 yards, and a touchdown.
And he was able to get open there, but that's not always easy against this bunch defensively. We are deep enough into the season where numbers count. This is the #1 rated defense in the NFL. He'll have a tough time.
Looked like man coverage, able to read it there on the outside for the completion. That'll be something to track as the game goes along here.
It certainly will, and there's so many different ways that they will try to figure out whether you're in man or zone. Sometimes you'll run a guy in motion to see if someone runs with him. Other times you'll empty out the backfield, spread it out, and see if everyone comes out and matches.
Oh, man.
In any event, anytime you see man coverage,
Bears beat the
you tell
Cowboys.
your guys, you
Come
got
on,
to win
guys.
those matchups, because if you do, you'll get the football and probably for a nice game.
That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Now a first carry for Latavius Murray. And good penetration here. He'll get this down only to about the 49-yard line. Nigel Bradham brings him down. A look now at the defensive starters for Philadelphia. They were very good in the win over Dallas a week ago.
And all defensive teams that I know talk about creating turnovers. Takeaways, they call them. And anytime you can get 2 or more in a game, you've had a really, really good performance. They exceeded that number in a big way.
From the gun on 3rd down, Rodgers. And able to find Graham, complete. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 2 former All-Pros connecting. Rodgers fighting his tight end, Graham. Packer first down. They go play action here on 1st down. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield.
Pretty easy, guys.
The first red zone opportunity now for the Packers. 1st and 10 right at the 20. Back to the ground game. Here's Murray. And he stopped immediately there. The Pro Bowler Fletcher Cox there to get him down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level, because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. Rodgers to throw on 2nd down. This is Cobb with a catch right side. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. And how about this first drive? They're being aggressive, slinging it around.
Really confident, too, because they're not trying to fool them with running plays, throwing it, and they're being very successful right now.
And this will be play number 8 of the opening drive. It's 3rd and short. They'll run here. It's Murray. They'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
Okay, let's just make this one simple. We know that the running game is not their thing, but they can't just throw it on every single down without expecting some real heat from the pass rush.
Now Cody Parkey out to try the field goal. And Parkey's kick is good.
All right.
And the Packers are
Would
on
have been
to a
that break, guys.
3-0 lead. So the first points of the night belong to our home team as they're able to take the opening kickoff and at least get 3 points out of it.
Yeah, and that helps the crowd, right? It helps people feel good about why they're there watching this game. They moved the ball well on their opening drive.
This will be fielded at the 6. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. So now here comes the Eagles offense as they get ready to take over. They're led onto the field by the former third-round pick back in 2012, and that's the quarterback Nick Foles.
And I think it's safe to say that, and I heard him say it in the post-game press conference, that was a team win last week because he didn't really play up to his normal standards, throwing 2 interceptions.
No touchdown.
Yeah, didn't offset it at all, but the team found a way to get it done.
On the ground, this is T.J. Yeldon. And not much, maybe a yard up to the 29. And the Buffet boys, the O-line. Hopefully they're ready today.
Listen, you got to feed them first. But if you do, you usually get a great product out on the field. And when they play well, the quarterback can't wait to feed them afterwards.
Keep going right at him.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Time to look at the defensive starters for Green Bay. They enter this one 18th in the NFL in stopping the run.
And when people talk about facing a challenge, they are certainly getting one in this ball game because they're facing the #1 rushing unit in the NFL, which means it's going to be a contest they've got to be prepared for from the first snap.
So a 3rd and 9 and 6 defensive backs out there in the dime.
Patrolling the passing lanes.
Wide 80.
Now Foles. And an alley to run.
Good
It's
job.
a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs.
Good job, Nicky.
Wide 80.
Here's Foles. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line.
God
It's
damn!
a gain of 5, and it'll bring up
This
a
guy just
second
came
down.
back. When did he get hurt?
Just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? Exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Foles. That's caught by the big tight end, Dallas Goedert. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. 23 yards on the play. Well, clearly one of his advantages as a passer is his height, sit back in the pocket, fired over the middle. That makes things tougher defensively, doesn't it?
It really does, because your goal is to move the quarterback off his initial spot when he gets his drop back completed. But when you have that type of height, he can stay in there if he's willing to take the hits and just fire over the top, which saves him time and actually completes a play a little bit quicker than it normally does for a quarterback who has to slide and find open space to throw.
Here we go. Here we go.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Wide 80. 6. Yeah. Let's go.
A 1st down carry now for Yeldon. And he will cross the 30 down to the 29-yard line. North of 100 yards, the 2 scores. And, you know, you got to give a lot of credit to the O-line. We talked a lot about him, but offensive line was good, too.
They're obviously in sync with each other, whether it's zone blocking, power running game, no matter what. He understands how to read them and find the creases that they provide. They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Oh,
And he
God
fires one
damn.
that's intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander. And a terrific return as he'll take it up past the 35.
Well, if you go by the numbers, you'll find as the temperature goes down, so does the passing efficiency. And now that we're in December, even the routine throws are going to be harder for the quarterback.
I'm talking about
And this
what you
one,
call, I mean,
it winds
Jefferson's
up
getting
getting
hurt
picked
again.
off.
trotting out there, the
This is a
Packers
candidate
getting
for a
ready to
do-over,
go.
guys.
And last time they
This is a
got
candidate
3
for a
points, but
do-over.
it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
The left side completion to Jones. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a first down.
Nice little nifty play for him there. That's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backside of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down. Rodgers will bring him up to the line, 1st and 10. And he's completed all 7 of his passes thus far.
26.
Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And his first carry, he loses the football.
Good job with hitting that time, Brando.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover.
Who was it? The offensive lineman that scooped this up with no problem? Oh, that was Jimmy Graham. All right, I can live with that.
On second down, here's Rodgers. Caught by Cobb. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down.
When you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out what...
Good stop, guys. Hit the wrong button.
Coming from,
Good stop,
went to a
guys.
secondary target.
Good job,
Played
Michael
really
Bennett.
Nice game.
A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
Michael Bennett's versatility, being able to play any position along the defensive front, allows him to make those types of plays. He finds good matchups and gets into the offensive backfield.
And there it works for a tackle. And now on 4th and 1, it's a fake. And he's going to let it go deep.
Good job,
It
guys.
is incomplete. A huge gamble, and it does not pay off. They fake the punt. It doesn't work out.
Anytime a fake doesn't work, we usually focus our attention on the guys that were unsuccessful. But how about the defensive guys? They have to plan all week. They have to prepare all week. Special teams, they look like they were educated for that one.
Knock it
Educated
down.
on their toes and getting a big stop. And out now come the Eagles. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. And now some motion before the snap. And this will be our first penalty of the night's proceedings.
Ball start, offense.
Oh, moving from his tight end spot there.
Do you think that perhaps the play call was for him?
Still 1st down.
A false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Now a play fake here on 1st down. He's going to float
Let it go,
this
let it go,
one
let's
deep
go.
right side. It's
Oh!
inside the 25. And nearly picked off.
Oh.
Surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away. But it does get away, and it's 2nd down. So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. His throw incomplete.
Guys, okay. We can see it's shaping up to be one of those games.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
We can see already that this is the kind of game it's going to shape up to be.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. They'll set up a throw.
Good job!
He's got a man wide open.
Good job! Go, 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 go! Good job!
And he takes it
Good
down
job!
into Green Bay territory.
Good job, Alvarez!
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
Way to buy time, Nicky franchise. Oh, I see you blocking downfield, Aguilar. Good job, Nicky franchise.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Here's a give to Yeldon. And he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple down to the 15-yard line.
Early down stuff's to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
God dang it!
Flags come in
What are we
here.
doing?
Looked like one of the Eagles might have moved.
False start. Offense.
Maybe anticipating a blitz, and they jumped.
Yeah, and if we saw it,
God
you know that
dang
they
it.
saw it. The bad guys might have been coming on
Still
that
second
play.
down.
Had to pick them up, and they jumped.
And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. Second down and long. They're going to look to throw. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And here he'll get it down to the 7.
Oh, God damn it. Now Lane Johnson's hurt. You guys are pussies. Come on.
The Eagles on third down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. They'll try to run for it with Yeldon. They'll be marked inches short. No gain on the play. And that's going to lead them to 4th down.
Okay, no score on that play, but this guy's been a touchdown machine all year long. You know they trust him with the football.
The offense here not budging. They're going to fight for it on 4th and inches. Now on 4th and inches, they're going to want to talk this over. We get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Take your money. 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 Take your money.
So the offense took the timeout. Looks like they're ready to go as we get set to resume the action. Now to try the Eagle field goal, Jake Elliott from the right hash, and this one just a chippy. And Elliott puts this one through, and that will tie us at 3-3. That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. And And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here. Rodgers will break the huddle and bring the pack up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Here's Murray now as they run it to start the drive.
Come on, guys.
And he'll work his way across the 30 to the 32. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
1 quarter down here on a frigid December night. 3-all the score. EA Sports NFL Sunday returns following this.
The NFL on EA Sports is presented by Snickers. You're not you and you're hungry. Snickers satisfies.
With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. 2nd quarter about to get underway with the Packers in possession of the football. They're looking at a 2nd and short yardage to start things out. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3.
319!
To throw is Rodgers. To throw on 2nd
Good job.
down. That is incomplete.
Seems
job,
like
Mills.
this defense, especially the secondary, has really been contesting about every throw in this first half.
Remind me of a good half-court defensive basketball team. Every time a pass is thrown, they're right there in good defensive position.
I wonder why we couldn't undercut
able to
that.
affect the play.
I mean, we'll take what we got, though. Good job, Jalen Mills.
The Packers on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3.
319!
From the gun, it's Rodgers. And he finds Jimmy Graham. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Well, sometimes our pregame meetings do pay off, don't they? What do the guys in the locker room call him?
Well, they said it with a chuckle. They called him Old Reliable.
Yeah, that means he doesn't move quite as fast as he used to, but he still knows all the tricks, doesn't he? Even that little gentle push-off in order to get open. He finds a way to pick up a 1st down.
Rodgers now nearly perfect. 9 of 10 in this first half. It's 1st and 10. Throwing now is Rodgers. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. A gain of 6 there on 1st. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, did
Yeah, when we talked about it, they did.
Yeah.
He
They
wasn't
like his
his
work
bounds.
ethic.
Oh,
You know, this guy's
hell
running
no.
every route well in the
Hell
route
no.
tree and getting
Hell
better
no.
at it all the time.
Hell
Really
no.
honing his game. They expect a pretty good
Hey, look. Hell no, he didn't catch that.
jump out of him as things continue to move on.
And on this challenge, the refs have to take a peek and see whether or not the receiver was able to dot the I with both feet.
While making sure that he possesses the
not
football
even close.
all the way through the catch.
Not even close, guy.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field is reversed.
I'm sure as a coach, when you throw the flag, you hold your breath, then you get the verification you were right, a sigh of relief.
Not only a sigh of relief, a little vindication as well, because every time you pull that red flag and throw it, you could be costing your team a timeout.
That was 2nd down run for Murray. And he'll take it inside the 40 to the 39-yard line. Call it about a gain of 3, and they'll be looking at a 3rd and 7 coming up.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size and these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half, maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
88!
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down.
Good job.
It is is going to be incomplete.
Good job, Bradham.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket.
Good job, Bradham. 17, 56 into the win. 56 into the win. Let's see.
So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. This will be from 56 yards out. And this is off the left upright. And it comes back. It's no good. And this game will remain tied here in quarter number 2. So distance not the issue there. He had plenty of leg to get it there. It's that darn upright getting in the way.
Always gets in the way of a good time, doesn't it? Because he hit it square, too. Sometimes you can bank one in if you get it on the end of the football. No such luck there for him.
Here comes Eagle offense now as they get set to take over here. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point.
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that. I don't know about that. Super tall.
The tackle will be credited to Jake Ryan.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. The connection here with Nelson Aguilar. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 13 yards on his first catch. It's a first down as well. And that's one of his advantages of a passer, is it not? With his height, setting back there in the pocket, firing over the middle, he can really see everything clearly.
It is, and I know that other quarterbacks get it done different ways, all right? You don't have to be his height to make a great play. But what he does is he takes away having to make those slide steps in the pocket to find angles to throw the ball through. He just throws right over the top of it because he can see everything, and sometimes that saves time and gets the ball to a receiver quicker.
And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And this time not quite to the 30. He'll be down at the 31-yard line.
And the big guy catches the ball out of the backfield, and oftentimes it's quite a surprise to the guys playing defense because not ordinarily thought as a pass catcher, it often works when they decide to dial it up.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Tackle made there by Nick Perry.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
The Eagles on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. Back to throw here. And that is incomplete. Martinez, the linebacker, was there in coverage to disrupt.
Really good, smart play by the defense, understanding 3rd and short, guarding the first down sticks, and being able to make a play on the football and bat it down.
Now on 4th down, it's Cameron Johnston on to punt it away. And he'll send this one into the cold Lambeau night.
Good job.
The Packers offense now heading back out onto the field. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone.
Good job! That's a safety. Good job.
Murray is taken down for the safety.
Good job, Gruder Hill.
Down. Maybe shaking
no,
up
sorry,
that go-around. Let's hope he's all right. We'll check on his status when we get back. So a free kick situation forthcoming from the 20 as they'll punt this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Nelson Agholor and company getting set to go again on offense now. Second quarter here, he has only one catch, but they have the lead. You got to think there's going to be more involved at some point.
That's what you would expect, but sometimes what defenses do to take away a player of his magnitude, it costs them in other areas. And right now, with them losing, they may have to change their focus, and maybe he will open up a little bit more as the game goes on.
Yeah, well, so far, just the single catch. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Kevin King coming up from the secondary to make the play.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. On play action, they'll throw. This complete left side to Agholor. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And he floats one there, incomplete.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. They'll drop to throw.
God,
it's
damn.
intercepted. Picked off by Blake Martinez. And this one to right around the 38-yard line.
Well, this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
Wow.
Out comes Davante Adams in the offense for their next drive. With them losing here in the second quarter and his limited productivity so far, you'd have to think they're going to try to look to him a little bit more, right?
I would guess you would start to see maybe some quick screens, some hitches, anything to get the ball in his hands quickly and let him try and do some damage after the catch. Or maybe just flip some formations and keep him isolated where it's more of a one-on-one route and get the ball to him.
I say just 4 verts, right?
Hey, why not? 4 verts. One of the best
Good job,
routes
guys.
in football. Hard to cover each guy.
No. Darby said no.
Catch for him. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
All right, need you to check my eyes here. This entire unit defensively, I think, has looked really strong in the first half, especially in the secondary. They've been cohesive, fast to the football. We just saw another example arriving there to help knock that one away.
Rodgers will try again on 2nd down. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. Davante Adams, the intended receiver. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down. The turnover put them in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
The Packers on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 10.
319.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. And Adams has it complete. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. Rodgers finding Adams for a Packer first.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Rodgers now 11 of 15 through the air. Here's 1st and 10. Rodgers again now. He gets it over the middle to Cobb. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line.
Nothing fancy on 1st down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for 2nd down, staying ahead of schedule. Six yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. The first carry now for the BYU man. It's Jamal Williams. And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 3.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or also just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
The Packers on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. Here it's 3rd and 3. Shotgun now for Rodgers. He's got Adams on the hookup. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And there was absolutely zero pressure on the quarterback on that play. 3rd down, and he has all the time in the world to eventually find an open receiver for a 1st down pickup.
You know what? Every time we do this, they run the seam.
Working from the gun, Rodgers. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Randall Cobb with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Packers are able to cash in for 6.
This is similar to baseball where you walk the leadoff hitter and you don't expect him to come around and score. Almost impossible. Anytime a defense has to defend a short field, you usually end up seeing the result we saw, giving up points.
Cody Parkey is on now for the point after. Parkey with the extra point, and the lead is up to 5. Here's Parkey now, set to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Nick Foles gearing up again here to go on offense. He's likely still kicking himself from the interception last drive that wound up leading to a go-ahead score.
And he's going to assume all that came with that one, all right? That's all on him, but he also knows he's got to erase it from his mind and get back out there. This drive, very important.
They'll start out on the ground. It's T.J. Yeldon. Whoosh. He finds an opening past the 40. And he takes it all the way up to the 47. That good for 22 and a 1st down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Good job, Aguilar.
Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now a handoff to Yeldon. And very little running room there. He did get a couple up to the 49.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Now Foles. He's got Dallas Goedert, his tight end over the middle. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field.
Illegal block in the back.
This is just
offense.
Cheating. That's cheating, man.
So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards.
I mean, God dog it.
Foles. And this one is incomplete.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
I think you're right.
Man, look, we don't even listen to guys that are 4 and 7.
Only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things.
We don't listen to guys that are 4 and 7.
The Eagles on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This will be 3rd and 15. Here's Foles. And this is going to be incomplete.
Good gracious.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
The Eagles send out their punter now as he'll kick it away for the second time. Now Aaron Rodgers and the offense heading back onto the field. He's played a pretty clean first half, a touchdown, no interceptions.
Frankly, that's what they expect out of him.
I mean, goddamn, man, this is just, I mean, look at this shit, man. This is just crazy. I mean, wow.
That and put it in the end zone. They'd love to see more of that before this game finishes. But right now, he's got his team in a good spot.
A good spot, maybe looking for touchdown pass number 2 here in the second quarter. Rodgers will bring the pack up with a first and 10 at their 25-yard line.
Defense.
Here's Rodgers. Looking left side, and he's got him in. It's short. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
They were having their way with us,
guys. Boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did.
They were having their way with us, guys.
Otherwise, they would have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
Guys, we're getting no pressure on this guy.
To go in this first half of play. We're back to Lambeau.
No pressure on this guy at all.
Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend.
Guys, we are getting no pressure on this guy at all.
Rodgers now over 200 yards already in this first half. It's 1st and 10. From the gun, Rodgers.
Are you? Are you kidding me?
That go around, a first down as well.
And that's how you throw for a whole heap of yards in a game. You get efforts like that from your receivers. How about him laying out for that catch?
Yeah, excellent. Makes the quarterback look a whole lot better. On first down.
Oh, pick it up. Of course we can't. Of course we can't pick it off.
There's no trace of nervousness there. He was able to diagnose.
Of course we can't. Of course we can't pick it off.
Stay in excellent coverage and bat the ball away.
Of course we can.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22.
Come on, Michael Bennett.
Rodgers
Come on, Michael Bennett. God damn it!
Right around the 6. 7 catches for him now, and this last one, a first down.
This guy's just gunning us down, man.
And now with that completion, he's north of 200 yards here in the first half.
This guy just gunning us down.
He's going to break our statistician, Marvin, isn't he? Because Marvin right now is just tallying it up. Hope his hand doesn't hurt too much doing this or keeps hitting the calculator. But my goodness, what a start he is off to. By the end of this game, he could have monster numbers. He just wants to continue to be accurate.
I mean, God, he is just doing what he wants.
Rodgers to throw once more.
Good job! Now tell me how that's not a fumble.
15-yard line.
Tell me how that's not a fumble.
He's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year.
Well, there's still time to rectify this situation because the silver lining, they took a sack on 1st and goal. But that close to the goal line, that still definitely hurts.
And we are back here. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. So the offense takes a timeout. And now we're set to get going. First down, a bit of a disaster. And now on 2nd and goal, back even further. Rodgers now operating from the gun. That's complete right around the 8. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. The Packers on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. They're looking at a 3rd and goal here. 3 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Rodgers going to throw.
Good job! Good job! Good job! We needed that! Good job, Bradham!
This defense had 3 interceptions last week. They're on pace for more than that here. 2 in the first half.
Do not adjust your set. This is not instant replay. This is a defense that is locked in. They're essentially running the routes for the receivers and turning into the receivers themselves, aren't they? I mean, it is amazing what I'm seeing because the reactions of those guys back on the back 7, phenomenal.
Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here. Well, you had to punt on your first drive, and on the first play of the second drive, you end up going backwards. I would dare say they need something good to happen right here, right now.
The opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. On 2nd down, here's Yeldon. Look at this spin. Balance. And they're able to get this one across
take it to the half.
35. That good for 19 and a first down. So we're at halftime here at Lambeau with the Packers taking the lead to the break. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in a minute. But first, time to give the folks at home a look at what's going on around the NFL. We'll start up in the Steel City, Heinz Field in Pittsburgh, where you see the final score there. Carson Wentz, 2 touchdown passes as his guys remain unbeaten. Next, we'll head over to check on the Giants at home at MetLife Stadium. And they were winners in their ball game as they beat the visiting Washington Redskins. Odell Beckham, a touchdown catch in the victory. And then one more to highlight, Monday Night Football. As folks, you'll see a good one between the Tennessee Titans and the New Orleans Saints. In our game has been Aaron Rodgers, who was on target in the first half. He's thrown for over 200 yards already, and his guys have the lead as well. As we get you back to Brandon Gaudin.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. So it's the Packers set to receive the kick. They've got the lead as well as we are underway in the third quarter. Out come the Eagles now as they'll go on offense first here in the third quarter. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. They'll try and start this drive in the air. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that'll bring up second down.
Fail.
Second and 6, just inside the 30. Now T.J. Yeldon. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw.
Crosser.
Hauled in by Anderson, left side. Anderson loses the football. And this is going to be Packer football. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
So here are the Packers now. They get set for their first possession of half number 2. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy a question.
Hey, you're my partner. I know you're right there with me.
That throw good for 4. It's second down.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal, because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Rodgers now to throw. And he almost had it defensively. Could have been a game changer there in this second half. Instead, it's third down.
My man's getting a little loose with the football there, right? Interception before, almost had one here. He's got to start taking better care of it.
Yeah, really should have been back-to-back drives with interceptions. He's lucky there. Here's Rodgers to throw on third down. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Adams. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Packers.
Nice.
Davante Adams with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the forced fumble defensively leads to 6 points for the Packers. And there they got him the ball. Just get it to him, let him do the rest.
You know, he probably said that to his quarterback as he broke the huddle. I like the play call. Just get it to me. I'll take care of the rest of it.
Helping out his rack, right? RAC.
Run after catch, and he loves that, and he's going to carry that in at contract time.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Oh, shit.
Good word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
Like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be second and a couple. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road in just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33.
Hey, go. Sound good. Let's go.
They're going to look to throw. He finds Aguilar over the middle. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. Quick slant there gets him the first down, 6 yards on the play.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. This is Yeldon. He'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42.
Not much happening there on 1st down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
Again, it's Yeldon. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Out of the gun now on 3rd down.
Damn it, wrong button. God damn
And
it.
he can't come up with a pick. Nearly his 2nd of the game. Instead, 4th down.
To the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. The Packers offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Rodgers will break the huddle and bring the Pack up 1st and 10 at their own 14-yard line. They'll try to get this running game going with Williams. Takes this one up past the 20 after he's able to make a man miss. Just what you want on a 1st down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
First play of the drive. Let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
Now Rodgers under a heavy rush rush, and down he goes.
God just he ain't gonna fumble the ball, is he?
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Gruder Hill, GH.
Rodgers now, after the sack, he'll lead the pack up on 3rd and long. Here's Rodgers to throw. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes.
Guys, we can't stop this guy. We can't stop him. We can't stop him.
That catch puts him right at 100 yards receiving now, and it also gives him a first down. This quarterback now over 300 yards now for the game, and time to improve on that as he's got a 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this only up to about the 35. Timmy Jernigan, the Florida State man, in on the stop.
3rd quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
On play action, Rodgers lets it fly deep for Cobb. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield. But that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
The Packers on 3rd down. They've converted 6 times and could use a 7th here. This is 3rd and 7. On play action. Now Rodgers.
Good job.
Blitz coming and down he goes. Derek Barnett coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it'll be 4th down. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result? Quarterback gets hit.
Here's J.K. Scott now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. And no one there to stop it.
We got to have some points here, guys. We got to have some points here. We got to have some points here.
Offense again. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
They begin with a run by Yeldon. And he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
But these guys are going to chop into that deficit. They got to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Now a shotgun snap as they look to throw.
Now you can't even, you know what? Now you can't even make just,
we all chase, whether it's playing this game or whatever we do. Hard to attain, but that's what they were searching for as that pass goes incomplete.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They'll look to throw.
Good job, Aguilar. It's a big catch.
Through the air and a first down.
It's a big catch.
Really? Really? Did we just see that? That's a big catch. One-handed, I might add, to pick up a first down.
I was going to say on third down for the defense, it's one thing to give up a reception. You just kind of shake your head on a one-handed catch to pick up the first. Foles now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10.
What the hell was that?
There, and that's complete.
What the hell was that?
Here to right at the 40-yard line. A gain of 6 there on first.
What the hell was that?
That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Now it's Yeldon. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. Call it a gain of 4 there, so it sets up a big play here. 3rd and a yard.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
The Eagles on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he's got the first down as he's up to the 45-yard line. He needed a yard. That's what he got, and it's going to earn him a new set of downs.
And that's why you spend a first-round draft pick on a running back. Not for just the fancy runs, but these dirty, gritty 3rd and 1s, 3rd and 2s. That's why you draft him.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. Packer pressure, and down he goes. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16.
Go, go, go.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. He'll rifle this one deep right side. No, he almost had it. One interception, just missing his 2nd there. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on 1st down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now flags come in here. Look like one of the Eagles might have moved.
Oh, my
False start.
You guys just beating yourself. Just beating yourself.
That's going to set them back 5 yards.
Just beating yourself.
Still
Just
3rd
beating
down.
yourself. That's all you're doing. Just beating yourself.
So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now. 3rd and long.
Just beating yourself.
After the penalty, it's Yeldon. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup there, but it's going to take him to 4th down. The Eagles send out their punter now as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight.
Damn, my punter became the quarterback.
Aaron Rodgers, he's getting ready to go again here on offense.
And do you think he personally is evaluating his game so far? He was pretty good in the first half, been good so far here in the third quarter. He's got to like it, right?
Not looking for the dramatics here. Not trying to set the world on fire in terms of stats. It's almost like you're driving. Hands at 10 and 2, alert for anything out there.
Right here.
Watching for trouble on the road and making sure you get the team home.
The bus driver. See if he can drive the bus here again on this drive. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And it took the ball off course.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22.
58.
Rodgers will try again on 2nd down. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Nice, come on,
so he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right? Yeah. Not an actual player.
I don't understand.
Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. From the gun, it's Rodgers. Drops it to Jones in the flat. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. Call it a gain of 5, and that'll bring up 4th down.
Guys, keep on the defense. You're trying to keep us in it. Our offense just can't. I mean, we're beating ourselves.
Percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the 1st down. In this case, it didn't happen.
Guys, we are beating ourselves.
J.K. Scott now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback. T.J. Yeldon working his way back out onto the field. So after that hot start, the numbers here show the decline. What has the defense done adjustment-wise?
Sometimes when you have a running back who's gotten off to a hot start, you've got to catch him before he really gets going. So you change what you do across the defensive front. Instead of the linebackers being back a few yards, you bring them up closer. It's what we call mugging the line of scrimmage, taking away a lot of blocking angles and gaps, and maybe stopping him before he can get going.
Mugging the line of scrimmage, okay.
Yeah, in this case.
They'll come out throwing here, start the drive. This complete left side.
Take it to the fourth.
And he's going to lose yardage here, back to his own 18. It'll wind up being a loss of 2, and that'll make it 2nd and 12.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
Two fucking plays.
Hoping to get it to him. He can make a man
just got him back.
But that window closed quickly.
Defense is doing their part. Hell,
1 quarter remains.
We keep turning it over.
We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Back now at Lambeau. It's the Eagles behind on the scoreboard, but with the football here as we start the 4th quarter. Second and 12 after the first down pass play went backwards for 2 yards. On play action, they'll throw.
Bomb.
He's going to loft
one
deep left side here. It's caught inside.
Good job! Let's go!
He takes it down deep into Green Bay territory.
Let's go!
There for Philly. 67 yards. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the
Let's
quarterback
go!
is looking at his play sheet.
This guy wants to play.
Will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
They'll run with Yeldon. And he's got this inside the 10 to the 9 before he's out of bounds. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
They'll run it again with Yeldon, and he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7.
Well, that's all about doing the dirty work right there defensively. 2nd and short yardage, that's all about plugging those gaps, not giving the running back a crease to run through, and has a nice job to hold him just a couple and force a 3rd down.
The Eagles on 3rd down. They've hit on half of them, 5 for 10. Here it's 3rd and 2. It's Yeldon, and they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line.
Take your money, take your money, take your money.
He lost 2, and it brings up 4.
Take your money, take your money, take your money.
That's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stop that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
So they put together a good little drive there, but ultimately stalling out in the red zone. Yeah,
I know a lot of people look at it as a little bit of a negative. They didn't get 6 points out of it, right? Didn't get the touchdown. But that's actually okay. They got 3 points, able to give their defense a little bit of rest, let them settle down over there. So all in all, to me, that's a good drive.
The Packers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage. Big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners.
They got the lead.
Let's go ahead and get these guys.
They're going to keep throwing.
No man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. And it's incomplete.
Damn, they are going to keep throwing. Okay. Shit, stop the clock for us.
I remember a coach telling me a long time ago the difference between playing corner and safety in the NFL. Corner is like the Autobahn. Everybody just flying by, and these corners have been really busy in this game, although they got it done on the last play.
On the last play, yes, but there have been some good numbers put up against them offensively.
Good job.
Now it's Rodgers.
They're still throwing.
Adam, the linebacker, right there on the coverage.
The goal of anyone running a curl route is to make sure you try and get defenders on your back and shield them away from the football. But sometimes even when you run a good route, the defense finds a way to knock it away.
Oh, shoot. There it is.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw.
Good job.
No gain at all on the play.
Good job, guys. Let's go.
Here's J.K. Scott now as he's on to punt for Green Bay. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Fielded at about the 28.
All right, guys, we got to have points here. We got to have points here.
And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. Now Foles. That is incomplete.
Oh, because that ain't pass interference. No. Really? Really? interference. You cheating brats. You cheating brats. Cheating brats. All right, just say, look, stay calm, stay calm, stay calm.
So line
Cheating
of scrimmage
brats.
still to 39 on 2nd and 10. Here's Foles. And they've got it well across midfield.
Good job.
To the 40 before it's all said and done. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
All right, this is the time of the game where they're down a couple of scores. And they've
Catch
really
right
got to
there,
get some yards in chunks.
Dorset.
And they know the defense
Because
doesn't
that ain't
wanna
pass
give those
interference
up.
either.
They've gotta find a way
That
to
ain't
take
pass
them in the
interference.
Now the question is, can
No.
they string a few of those together?
That ain't pass interference. That's not pass interference.
Running left is Yeldon. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
Foles. He's going to fire one deep over.
Good job.
Caught at the
Let's
6-yard line. He will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 to the 3. A gain of 39 that time.
Good job.
Usually hitting a deep post pattern, as we just saw there for a big gainer, that's tough to do because you usually have a safety or two.
Wow, what a throw, Nicky franchise. You had to wait, and you took a big hit. You had to wait. You saw it. That guy was in the trail position. Oh, he just ran away from him. Oh, that's right. Hey, look, that guy got 96 speed. He just ran away from this guy. He ran away from him. Way to get the separation. Watch he separate. Good separation.
In the middle of the field. But if you hit enough crossers and underneath routes and curls, you start to get those guys creeping up, wanting to make plays on the football. It's the equivalent of a changeup in baseball. You show your other stuff, throw the changeup, and on that play, it worked for big yardage.
They'll try and run for it.
Oh, you big fucking dummy.
He's only going to get a yard.
You big dummy.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys
You
to get him in the
big
end zone.
dummy.
Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game?
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal.
Go, go, go. Let's go.
They'll give it to him up the middle. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1.
Guys, we gotta have 6 here. We gotta have 6.
They desperately need to punch this one in. They're running out of time.
Yeah, 2
No
score
stuff.
game, second half, you're down here. This is the time to put it
We
in
gotta
the end
have
zone.
6.
And not going to get much better than this for an opportunity.
Through a couple of plays, this Green Bay defense is held strong. Now it's 3rd and goal.
God, dogs.
180. Hey, Silver.
They'll try to punch it in with Yeldon.
Good job.
He's in. Front Eagles touchdown. T.J. Yeldon.
Good job.
Double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. There the Eagles are back within a score.
Let's go, defense. We got the wind and everything. Let's go.
Or they just executed better. Because they had 2 previous drives that ended in field goals. Before this one, they finally were able to put into the end zone.
Well, whatever he did, speaking of the offensive coordinator, might be using that formula going forward. It worked there.
Yeah, it worked very well.
All right, let's go, let's go, let's go.
In pretty good sync right now. They're starting to move the ball well.
Elliott good with a PAT, and that will shave one more off this lead. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And it's T.J. Yeldon able to finish it off with a rushing touchdown. Elliott now to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Let's go, defense.
The Packer offense now ready to get back onto the field. Certainly want to avoid what they had to do last possession. That was punt the football, because this game's starting to tighten up.
In a basketball sense, you think about taking a little bit of the air out of the ball, right? Maybe milk some clock, limit the possessions. In this case, they might want to do the same thing, but control the game offensively. Put together some first downs, put together a drive, and keep it away from them.
Throwing on first down is Rodgers. And he's going to drop this.
Good job!
Williams complete.
Good job!
He will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. Really good defensive effort. They were all over that little swing pass out to the right side before lost yardage.
Terrific read, better execution, and done with a lot of enthusiasm, wasn't it?
Absolutely.
They saw it all the way.
Hey, way to come up, Jink.
Nice
way to come up, Jink.
Yardage.
Make that tackle. That guy was hand fighting. I gotta believe there's no way to reverse
that pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's second and 11. Working from the gun, Rodgers.
Good job!
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Shotgun now for Rodgers.
Good job! Good job, defense!
That's Burt. And they'll bring him down at the 27.
Way to get off the field!
They stop him.
Way to get off the field, defense! We got a chance!
I hate to surrender the football when you're nursing a slim lead, but they're going to have to punt it away. Trust that defense.
It's the right play at this stage of the game as well. You don't need to press it here because you do have that little bit of a cushion, and you count on your D to make it stand up.
Good job! What a return of Alvarez!
Bobbing and weaving his way for 31 yards.
What a return, Alvarez!
Field position here as they take over.
What a return! Let's go, guys!
Nelson Aguilar and company getting set to go again on offense now. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this? It's usually not by himself, is it? Right. Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
Well, we had a number of good games in the afternoon sessions, but this Sunday nighter might top them all. We come up here on 1st and 10. They'll try and start this drive in the air.
Good job! I see you, Nicky Franchise!
Inside the 30.
I see you, Nicky Franchise!
Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
What you got, OC? What you got, OC? This is ballsy. This is ballsy. You got to throw this away if it's not there, Nicky Franchise. You got to throw it away.
They'll look to throw here on first down.
Good job! Good job, Nicky Franchise!
He reaches the 8-yard line. A good pickup there of 20 yards. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
What do we want? Sweep. Let's go with this.
And the question now, how do they want to work the clock here on 1st and goal? A field goal would give them the late lead. The pitch goes to Yeldon.
Just hold on to the ball. There you go.
Just
hold on to the ball. Just hold on to the ball.
2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. He'll get it up the middle.
Oh, yes, sir! Yes! Yes!
Touchdown. T.J. Yeldon with touchdown number 2 in the game.
Good job, way to convert, boys!
And the Eagles have moved out in front here in the 4th quarter.
Good job, guys!
So from
way not to quit!
Down, these guys have fought all the way back to grab the lead, and I'll just tell people what happened when they went up 3 scores. I wrote on your paper 2 words, game over, and now I'm eating those words.
Oh, man, look what, hey, good job, guys. Call them in a run blitz. Good job. Oh, what a hole. What a hole. What a hole. Good job, 73. Good job. Oh, hey, and number 71, I see you sealing it.
I was wrong.
Little salt, little pepper, goes down pretty easily.
I will admit when I make a mistake.
Well, it looked like it was going
Defense.
that way. This is one of those paging Frank Reich moments.
Defense, they got to have a touchdown to beat us. They got to have a touchdown to beat us, defense.
Did it to my Tennessee Volunteers, and that was a big reason why my team lost.
Sounds like you still harbor some pain from that game.
You know, we still got a little time to work it out with the doctor.
Don't try to be cute. Just play the game.
Elliott now to kick this one away.
That guy said bullshit.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the side and puts on sweat.
Mano y mano, baby. Mano y mano.
You might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Throwing now is Rodgers. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete.
Mano y mano.
Out to the 32, brought down there.
Mano y mano.
Up on the pitch and catch.
In today's football, where receivers break tackles, make people miss, get upfield for the extra yardage, when you see a play like that, where it's he's dropped on the spot, that's a big-time play by the defense.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Now Rodgers throwing on 2nd down. Caught on the right side by Adams. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down. When we see another great performance like this out of Aaron Rodgers, you have to chuckle thinking that his only FBS offer was a walk-on at Illinois.
Hey guys, get some
now he's the product of Butte Junior College, of course at Cal. And I remember watching him play at Cal, and he would run 7-on-7 drills. Angry if the ball ever hit the ground, and didn't do it very often.
319.
On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers.
Oh!
Complete, the rookie.
Oh, Collins! Collins!
And it'll be second down.
Collins!
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Collins. I hope they don't come back and beat us now because, damn.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now Rodgers throwing again. It's hauled in by Hardy. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. And again, it's Rodgers.
He's short. He's short. He's short.
And he'll get it down to the 47 here. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th. Back to throw. It's They had to go with such little time remaining, and the Eagles defense able to hold. And he'll have a tough time living that one down. It's one thing, Charles, to drop a pass. It's quite another to drop it on 4th
Hey, that guy was right there with him. What are you talking about?
Work on that in terms of
good job, Jalen Mills.
Key downs. You know, I've seen, you and I both been to practices where we've seen, hey, 3rd down situation, big 3rd down alert, lock in here, 4th down play, make sure you're focused just a little bit extra. It didn't pay off in that situation.
The Eagles offense now, they head back on the field. They have the lead, still a 1-possession game, but the defense got the stop. They've got the football now, just salted away, right?
Exactly. That's all the defense is counting on from their offense. They did their job in a big way. You know they're over on the sidelines now starting to take their tape off, and, hey, we've done this thing. The offense has to put it away, and that means ball security.
Absolutely. Stranger things have happened. And they'll run it here. And a nice little quick spin move before he's dropped. And a pretty good gain. And now a timeout coming from the defensive side for the Packers, as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Another yard would probably put this thing in the books. It's 2nd and 1. And they'll go with the ground attack here. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. And now the Packers going to take another timeout, as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. And on the ground they go.
That'll do it! That will do it!
Down here at about the 40. Now the Packers going to burn their 3rd and final timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down.
Guys, way to come back. Way to come back.
And now following that timeout, the defense back out onto the field.
Way to come back. 40. Oh, they got no timeouts yet. Hey, baby. Victory formation, baby. Victory formation. Victory formation. Victory formation.
And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
Oh, I think we need to run a play, actually, though.
And they'll indeed take a knee.
Guys, waiter, come back.
Here we go.
The Eagles in the victory formation as they take a knee.
Good job, guys. Great comeback win. Wow. Wow, what a great comeback win.
And with a 3rd and 13 here, the defense in a dime look.
Let's go.
The Eagles.
Good job, Coach Gill. Coach Gill. Ow.